Hello everybody, my name is Mad Muhammad, and embrace yourself folks, because I'm about to destroy the internet. That's weird, nothing happened. What's happening to me? Ah! Oh, what happened? Where am I anyway? Oh my god, is that the internet?
Fear me.
Why are you cursing?
Cause I'm the internet. I deserve it. After all I've seen.
So why am I here?
Cause you destroyed the internet.
Oh, I didn't mean to destroy the internet. Oh?
Really?
Huh. Hello everybody, my name is Mad Muhammad, and embrace yourself folks, because I'm about to destroy the internet.
You're the worst liar I've met.
But there's so many things I haven't done yet. Look over the rest of the seasons of Jam.
Even though that reason alone should make you destroy the internet right now, I've decided to give you one chance to prove to me why the internet isn't worth destroying.
Do you know the Addams family?
What the f?
Yeah, you know, the Addams Family. They were created back in 1938 as a comic strip, later being adapted into a TV series in 1964, which gave them popularity and stuff. They were created originally as a spoof to sitcoms at the time, by making the family crazy, weird, and so on. And they were pretty popular around the 60s, maybe early 70s, but their popularity started to die down over the years. So in 1991, there was a series of live-action movies.
What is going on?
Good, but it wasn't enough
Why
to
the
keep the boat from sinking.
Are you talking about?
So then
the
we got IGM here,
Addams Family.
or MGM.
Who are you
to save
talking
the
to?
boat by
What the f? What is going on?
Jake.
How many times do you do this?
2 times per month.
2 times per month? What the f? You need help. Take my money and go see a psychiatrist.
I'm kind of in the middle of something.
In the middle of what?
Anyway, so in 2019, MGM was going to reboot this beloved franchise, and the first to happen is with The Addams Family. But not to be confused with The Addams Family. Or maybe The Addams Family. Oh, and how can we forget The Addams Family? A true classic. The movie came out, and nobody cared. It received mixed reviews, but personally, I thought it was okay. Not too bad, not too good. I think it's funny how the animation made the humans look weirder than the actual Addams, though. However, it made $203 million in the box office, so a sequel was in order. And here we are today.
So you're telling me you're just gonna tell me about a bad movie?
Yep.
God. I have to listen to this daily. Just please let me die now.
But you told me you were going to give me a chance to defend myself.
I did do that, didn't I?
Yep, as well.
Carry on, then.
So the plot is relatively pretty simple. The dad character thinks that he's disconnecting with Wednesday, his daughter, so in order to reconnect, he decides to take her and the entire family on a road trip. And wait a second! This is just the plot of The Mitchells vs. the Machines. Shame on you, MGM. I can't believe the company who made Tom and Jerry would stoop this low. Anyway, before they're about to leave on their trip, they hear from some guy that actually believes that Wednesday is his daughter, and one flashback later makes the mom and dad believe that she could have been switched at birth. Oh no! Not only is this a stereotypical road trip movie, but it's also a switched at birth story as well. It's come to this. And then the Addams go to places like the Grand Canyon, Miami, New York City, and other wacky places. I could elaborate more, but this is literally all that happens. Addams go to one location, spend any time from a few seconds to full minutes. Bad guys come, leave, rinse and repeat for 2 hours. I'll talk about this later, but all you need to know right now is that the runtime is too long for a movie like this. After a while, Wednesday becomes smart and decides to do a DNA test between her and her dad, which shows negative. So she decides to go to Sausalito, California. My home state, California? Welcome to California. Don't get burned here. Anyway, the guy also does a DNA test and shows the same results as well. So she decides that guy is now her dad because science doesn't lie. Until it does. So yeah, he faked it. He only wanted it because of a science project that she made that can turn humans into animals and vice versa, so you can sell them to the government and military. It's a movie called The Addams Family 2. Who cares? So then the rest of the Addams also go to Sausalito, California. Oh my god, it's like a big reunion. Welcome to California. Don't wander in the San Francisco alleys. So then the Addams win, they go home, and that's The Addams Family 2. Now is it good?
So you finished talking about this stupid piece of movie? Now I can die in peace.
Now let's talk about the animation.
What?
Well, yeah, now I need to talk about the pros, cons, animation, and if I should recommend it to you.
Why the f do you need to tell me this?
Why not?
Fine.
For all the things that this movie gets wrong, which it gets a lot, I can only say that the animation at least looks decent to maybe even good. It's 2021. If the animation didn't look at least decent, I would be sounding the sirens. Like the last movie, some humans do look worse than the Addams, but now some of the side humans, like the villains, at least look presentable, which is good. And yeah, there's not much I can say about the animation, so I guess we should continue to the pros, where there's not a lot. Every movie, no matter how bad it is, at least has some pros to it. For example, like I said before, the animation is decent. Not Pixar incredible, but decent. Another thing is that the voice actors are good. They are actually trying to act. Also, they got one of the kids from Stranger Things to voice that kid. That's so cool, and it's better than his last voice actor from the first movie, where he sounded like an actual man. What the heck, MGM? Another thing is that the hand uses like the Apple Watch as an eye, which is clever to me. Or how the Frankenstein singing in a high-pitched voice caught me off guard, and... Okay, I got nothing else. Let's go on to the cons. And there's a lot of them. And now I think we should talk about the cons. Oh man, there are so many cons. Like, you cannot express how many cons there are because of how bad this movie is.
He keeps going! Every time I think he's done, he starts another paragraph! And for what? This movie? What did I do to deserve this? Why did I give him a chance to defend himself? He's a god reviewer. Of course he will go on tangents like this.
Well, I'd suggest that you shut your
Yap and let me finish talking.
What the? How the did you get over here? You were just talking over there. What the are you a duty?
So, may I continue?
Continue?
So, let me say it right here. This movie is bad. First of all, it's extremely cliche. I was able to guess what was going to happen before the beginning logos ended. Not to mention how it's both a road trip and a switched at birth story. So we got every cliche in the book and the movie hasn't even started yet. And this movie has so much filler. It takes up most of the movie. And if it isn't, then it's what I like to call eye filler, where it's just so much stuff happening on screen which makes you think that something interesting is happening, only to realize that's only there for show and nothing more. I swear I could cut out most of the filler and you would lose nothing from the movie's story-wise. And it drags. Badly. Maybe one of the reasons why is because, like I said before, this movie is 2 hours. When it hits the 30-minute mark, I thought it was halfway done. But nope, it was 1/4 done. And there are times where a scene is just taking so long that I'm just going, shouldn't this be over by now? Not to mention how it references pop culture. I feel like pop culture being used in 80s and 90s movies is more excusable, since trends lasted for literal decades. Now in 2021, a joke that was funny a week ago can now be considered cringe and unfunny. And since movies take time from like a few months to a few years to make, that's how we get stuff like Wednesday saying stuff like squad goals. Also, Wednesday's voice actor just doesn't sound like she wants to be here. I'm guessing this was done on purpose, but the way how she reads her lines are just so dry, and like there's no emotion to it. This entire movie is just filled with bad jokes. It is so hard to recommend this to anyone because of how bad it is. I was gonna watch this in the movie theater, but thank God that I didn't and instead streamed it, because I would have fallen asleep within 30 minutes. It's that bad. I rarely, if ever, call a movie actually bad. Even stuff like the Emoji Movie, while it's not good, I can go through it and watch it and understand that it's a stupid kids movie to put on to calm the kids. It's nothing more. It's just filler, basically. But however, this movie will put the kids to sleep. Now, would I recommend? No. This movie is uninspired, boring, filler. I do not wish this on anyone else. So, did I do it? Did I convince you that the internet's not worth destroying?
No. You.
Huh? Whoa! So this is what it feels like to be crushed. It's fine. At least it's better than the Addams Family too.
Can you shut the f*** up now?